All right, what's good, YouTube? Um, I know I haven't been uploading. I say this all the time, but I'm really trying to lock in on the uploads. Um, to those of you who used to watch my channel and like were loyal and like like a part of my niche group, I still plan on doing the same old videos I used to do, but I want to take more of a segue onto health and fitness and just overall bettering your own life because I've learned, at least for me, that maximizing everything in my life has proved to be beneficial for me. And I kind of just want to preach what I've learned and just take everything with a grain of salt. And part of that may be incorrect. I'm not as well researched as I would like to be, but I've started this like self improvement or just betterment of my own health in the past, I want to say 3 months, 4 months. And I think I learned quite a lot and I've gained a lot of knowledge. So I just want to kind of come on here and just, chat about how to maximize your life. Now, there's different types of ways to max your life, and it's going to be your wealth, your status, your looks. But I want to dial this on to like more of an internal or like a kind of like a physical embodiment of maximizing your life. Um, a part of wealth, I can't really speak on that because I'm not a wealthy person. And looks, I feel like I can't comment on that, or maybe I'm just insecure, but we'll see. But we're gonna dive into at least three important things I believe in for maximizing just your physical health. Now it's gonna be sleep, your nutrition, and these supplements you take. Now supplements is kind of optional, but the main things you want to do is sleep and nutrition. Now you could also count exercise, but I think that's more of like physique, and I think it's easier to start off with your sleep and your nutrition. Now you want to aim to sleep at least 8 to 10 hours a day. Now a lot of people sleep 4 to 6 and they feel like shit. And they ask themselves, why do I feel like crap? Because you're not getting enough sleep. Now, another thing people forget about is you need to have deep sleep. And you need to have at least in some cycle of REM. REM3 is preferred. But deep sleep is your ultimate goal. I average around 3 hours of deep sleep a night, which is good because your body is naturally going to be bouncing around REM, or REM, so REM 1, 2, and 3. And deep sleep is just fully locked in sleep. That's where you release the most growth hormone and your body's able to recover, you're signaling to your body. And if you're sleeping 6 hours a day or less, or maybe even eight or less, your body's not gonna have time to, you know, say, hey, I need to send all the stored fat, all the stored energy to recover. I need to send it here. Your body's not gonna have enough time to say that. So there's no point. There's no point of, I want to say, sleeping like 6 hours a day. Just pull the liner, man. But aim for 8 to 10 hours of sleep. And if you feel like you have trouble sleeping, again, I was debating putting this in supplements, but I feel it's more important for your sleep, and it'd be better off in the sleep category. But I think melatonin is gonna be your number one here. Now, for my male audience, at least in melatonin, there are studies that show that there is a slight increase in testosterone when you take it, and along with your growth hormone. But melatonin naturally makes you more sleepy, right? Because it's a chemical that signals to your brain, hey, I'm tired, I need to go to bed. Melatonin is number one for that. Now, another thing I didn't write down, I probably did not write down a lot here, but you need to not be on your phone or any screen for at least an hour before you go to bed, because the blue light is going to signal to your brain that, hey, I need to put energy on the table, I need to work, I need to be awake. Now, I would say if you're on your phone right now, whatever time you're watching this, specifically at night, um, you're not going to go to bed until like the next hour or two. And that's even if like you get off now. Now, another thing I didn't write down on here was your circadian rhythm. So your body has a natural clock, and it kind of like it's like your own routine. It's your body's natural routine, tells you when to sleep and when to wake up. This is why people will go to bed at like 2 in the morning and still wake up at 8 p.m. It's your circadian rhythm. And it's your duty to figure out how your circadian rhythm works. Um, my body's natural clock shuts me down at around like 10:45, and I can get really good deep sleep and I'll wake up at around 9 a.m. So that's around 11 hours, and that's on a midday because I have class. My earliest class is at 9:30. But that's whatever. So I can get more into sleep. I would probably make another video on this, but I'm just testing out this type of YouTube video, and I'd like to see how this goes. So next off, your nutrition. So a lot of people undervalue, at least for bodybuilding, muscle building, just life. They forget to eat the proper nutrients. And depending on your goals, you want to sit with at least your body weight in protein. And that's for men. I don't know how it is for girls. Maybe slightly less because your goals are not to build muscle. But at least for men, you want to come into at least either 1.5 or just your full body weight in protein. And I aim for around, I'm 100 and I've gained quite a lot of weight, clean weight. I weigh around 143 and I shoot for around 160 grams of protein, which is my target weight. Next off that people forget, carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates, so what is it? Carbohydrate. You're going to hydrate. You're going to just feel well. You're going to feel energized. Carbs it's an essential building block, for muscle building and just to give you overall energy in your day-to-day life and in the gym, which people forget. If you're not eating a good amount of carbs a day, there's no point, bro. What are you doing? No, it's the same thing. It's just like people get scared off because they think carbs make you gain weight. No, that's just not how it works. And if you're scared of gaining weight, do some incline treadmill, go on a walk. It's at the end of the day, it's all in your control, and you can do whatever you want. But I would say carbs are the most important thing for you. I try to get a good amount of grams of carbs in, at least before my workout. I try to get 100. So I'll throw like yogurt, oats, honey, and I just feel so good during my workouts. As I have the most energy, and I don't know what else to say. Next off, I very, very highly recommend doing your own research on this, but at least for me, having a healthy amount of fats in my diet. So what people think, when you're eating fats, it's like, oh, it's gonna, build up my body, I'm gonna gain weight. No. The thing about fats is that your body uses it as stored energy and converts that energy, so ATP, right, your body's energy, into, just using it in your day-to-day life. You're gonna feel more full. You're gonna feel like you're not more full, sorry. You're gonna feel like you have more energy. You're gonna want to do more things as long as you're eating clean, healthy fats. So it is also contradicting. If you're gonna go to McDonald's, you're gonna eat very high oil or high grease, all that stuff. It's just goy. It's just terrible for you. Then you're gonna feel like crap, and you're gonna ask yourself why. When you should be eating clean, healthy fats. Throwing butter in your coffee. Just the small healthy things. Nutrition, what else? Again, I found, having a high carb, high fat, and high protein diet for me to be all well. But remember, everyone's different, and what might work for me might not work for you. So again, take it with a grain of salt. But also just have a big breakfast. That's what people forget. Have breakfast. Sorry if that's so slow, but have breakfast. A lot of people go their day without eating breakfast. It's the most, scientists say it's the most important meal to have in your body is breakfast. Because one, it keeps you full. It gives you energy to crush the day, do whatever you want to do. And it's just, gives you something to do in the morning. It starts your whole routine. Now, something I've started doing that I found a lot of benefit in is a digestion walk. Now, in my opinion, digestion walks are one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself. So as soon as I eat, I go walk my dog, and it just helps your body just digest and get the food down quicker. You're less bloated. For those of you people who like to care how you look, you're less bloated. And just gets you moving, gives you some steps, gets you some sun, and yeah. Now for supplements, I could list more, but not that I'm gonna gatekeep. But I'm just gonna gatekeep, or I just feel I'm not well enough researched, and I don't feel comfortable sharing. But I'm gonna list 3. So creatine. creatine is by far one of the most important supplements you can be taking. Not only for muscle building, because it increases or it boosts your recovery, and it also makes you look more full because it holds water. It's just water retention. But it also has a lot of benefits to your neural factor, your cognitive function. I'd have my grandparents on creatine, I have my parents on creatine, and I plan on taking creatine for the rest of my life, just because of those just brain benefits. It's just healthy mind, and in my opinion, I think is one of the most researched supplements you can take, creatine monohydrate. And if you're in the gym and you want to build more muscle, take creatine monohydrate, gang. It will clean you up. It will make you look full. You'll have more energy, and you'll just feel better. Now, it's been getting a lot of rise on the media and on TikTok, but I've been on peptides since I would say July, and I've run the same thing, and I've seen it work phenomenal for me. So, number one, peptides. If you want better hair, better skin, better recovery, you can take Glow. So, KPV is a very good gut healthy peptide. BPC, also in it. It's grateful for your recovery. Those are just some things in ClowStack, but that is probably one of the best things you can take. My hair feels great. My nails feel great. It increases collagen production, so your skin feels way better. And BPC, just again, it's a phenomenal recovery peptide. So you'll feel sore for one day, and you won't feel sore the next day. Now, another peptide, which I plan on talking about, sneak peek to the next YouTube video. Synapse. So you can do your own research on it, but it improves your cognitive function. I plan on making a video on just how to study better and how to just be a better student, remember things, better engineer, whatever field of study you may be in. Because I don't know, I've never been this locked in for school, so yeah. Next off, so this will go in the sleep category. I forgot to talk about it. Magnesium. So again, take magnesium. It's one of the best things you can take before going to bed. It'll just push you into that REM sleep. You'll just feel way better when you go to bed. Again, better recovery, more growth hormone release. And yeah, I think that puts the end to the video. Thank you guys for staying this far. But yeah, I don't know what else. I think this is the end of my spiel. I plan on making another video regarding just overall, just again, school and how to be better at school, and then maybe like muscle building and in the gym. And since I've been putting on some muscle recently, but yeah, I think this will end the video. Thank you guys for watching.